In Onshape, you can create fillets which have a number of different uses in your models, including breaking sharp corners, making parts more manufacturable, removing non-structural mass, especially on external or outside edges, and also reducing stress concentrations, especially at what are called reentrant edges. So let's take a look at some of the most common uses for putting fillets in your model. In this video, we will also take a look at a couple of special cases. In future videos, we will go into some of the more advanced options. So here I have a part in my part studio. To create a fillet, I can use this icon. The keyboard shortcut is Shift F, and I will click on it. And this opens up the dialog box. And so right now we're on the Edge tab. In another video, I showed the full round tab, and we have a collector for the edges to fillet. So let's select a bunch of edges. It actually says the entities to fillet. Let me select these three edges. I'm just clicking on them, and let me rotate the model around and get the fourth edge that I want. And let's move this up and over so that you can see it. And so here we have an option for the measurement, which is using the radius. There's an option for width, which I will show in a moment. And here's the control for the distance. I'll show some or one of the other different options a little bit later in this video. But here is the radius. There's also an arrow that we can use for dragging out the radius to a value. And I will punch in the value that I want. In this case, I'm going to use a value of 12 and hit the Enter key. So I'm happy with all of this. By the way, there are a bunch of other additional options in here like asymmetric, partial fillet, variable fillet, allow edge overflow, and smooth fillet corners. I will show those in a later video. But anyhow, I'm happy with this one. I will hit the check mark. So there we have broken a bunch of sharp edges in the model. And I also have a pocket here, and I want to put some fillets on some of the inside vertical edges. So I will click on the fillet command, and let me pick this vertical edge. And let me rotate the model and get this edge as well. And let me rotate some more and get this third edge. You can see that my fillets are even running into each other. This is a lot bigger than what I want. So let's adjust the value here. Let's make it a lot smaller. Let's use a value of 5. I'm happy with that update. So everything here is good. I will hit the check mark. What I want to point out is in the first example, we ended up removing material from the model. In the second example, we ended up adding material. And the important thing about this one is that this helps make this pocket more manufacturable. It would be very difficult and very expensive to get exactly sharp edges on those inside corners there. So that's why we would want some fillets on those to make it more manufacturable. Okay, for the next option, let's go to the fillet command once more. And I will pick this edge in order to fillet. And we have an option here called Tangent Propagation. That's why even though I selected one edge, it's going all the way around the model. And that's what you want most of the time. If we turn this option off, you'll see that it ends up just putting a fillet on the one edge that I had selected and then blending into the rest of the model. Let's turn tangent propagation back on. Let's change this to a value that I want, and I'm happy with that, so I will hit the check mark. And just one more example of tangent propagation. Let me get the inside of that pocket. So I'm going to grab this edge, and whoa, that is way too big. Let me use a smaller value. Let me try something like 2.5, which should be good for this. And one reason that we might want to put it on an inside corner like that is it will reduce stress concentrations in here if there was some kind of load being placed at that edge there. And so that's an example of something called a reentrant corner. So that is good. Let me show an edge case that you have for fillets. I'm going to jump over to a different part studio with a different part model. This is a part consisting of two extruded cylinders that intersect with one another. So I will click on the fillet command. Let me grab this edge in the part and let me drag it out so you can see it. And you can see that it's getting a bit of a curvy shape. Let me change the radius to a value of 25. What you'll notice in this situation is that it is big over here and then next down over on the side. So instead of using the measurement option of radius, there's another option for using the width, and that will maintain a constant width around the edges that are being filleted. So that is a special edge case that you can use fillets for. Let me hit the check mark in order to complete that. And one more example in this video. Let me go back to my previous part studio. I will zoom in on this post in the model. And so let's create a fillet. And I will put it on this edge. And let's change the measurement option back to the default of radius. Let's make a much smaller value. Let me try a value of 5. There you can see the preview of it. Let me make it a little smaller because it's running into my other side fillet. And so right now for the control option, it is using distance. There are two other options in here. In a later video, I will show curvature, but let's take a look at conic. So with conic, like the name implies, it's going to use a conical shape in order to define the size of the radius. And that's going to give you an additional dimension called rho. And rho controls the shape. And the default value is 0.5, which is going to give you a parabolic shape. If you go with a value of something like 0.25, if you make a smaller value, it will be elliptical. Let me try a value of 0.1. And kind of hard to see the update in the preview. Let me go to more of a side angle. And if we go to a much bigger value, we're going to get something that is going to be more hyperbolic. Let me try 0.6. And you can see how it is adjusting. By the way, if you happen to use a value of 0.4142, it'll end up being more circular because when you get to square root of 2 minus 1, well, then that rho value ends up being just like if you're doing a regular distance fillet, which I will change to because, again, I don't want to make this complicated to manufacture. Anyhow, I'm happy with that, so I will hit the check mark. So there you have it. There are a bunch of ways to create fillets in the model for breaking sharp corners, making your parts more manufacturable, removing non-structural mass, and also for reducing stress concentrations using different options like for measurement and control and tangent propagation.